Let's talk for a second about those people who are just getting started. Their burgers and dogs is the way that they survive. What's something that you could advise them to help elevate those burgers and dogs to be just a little bit better than their
Two
neighbors?
things. Two things. Number one, you cook too fat, too hot. Dial it back.
Okay.
Proteins don't like heat. If you cook hot dogs or hamburgers too fast, too hot, they shrink. The proteins in the hamburger will shrink. They squeeze, and when they shrink, they squeeze out juices. So you end up with dry food. So
Right.
dial
Nobody
it
likes a
back.
dry hot dog
Almost
or
all my
burger.
recipes start call for cooking around 225. That's a
Wow.
relatively low temperature, low enough that it won't cause extensive shrinking and
Hmm.
juicing and rendering of fat, but high enough that it will actually get the job done. The second thing is get yourself one of these. Now, this not necessarily this brand, but this
Sure.
is a digital thermometer, and it's got a
Absolutely.
sharp
I think
tip.
that was one of my takeaways from reading your book. It's the thing I tell everybody. I'm like, the number one thing that's made my barbecue better is a digital thermometer.
Well, I mean, it makes perfect sense. A
Hmm.
medium rare steak is when steak is most tender and most juicy. And we
Hmm.
know this because there's machines that can press on the steak and measure how much resistance. And so
Hmm.
at medium rare, it is most tender, most juicy. And medium rare happens to be 130 to 135 degrees Fahrenheit. So you don't have to poke it with your finger because that's inaccurate. You don't
Right.
have to cut it open so it does lose moisture, but the color changes as it's exposed to oxygen, and it can
Hmm.
appear different depending on what kind of light bulbs you're using.
It's true.
You just stick a probe in there, and it's not going to go psh and deflate. A 6 ounce, an 8 ounce filet mignon. That's your typical filet mignon. 8 ounces
Hmm. Yeah.
is 75% water. It's 6 ounces of water. Six
Wow.
ounces of water. That you take a water here. This is about 6 ounces right here.
That's some expensive water.
Okay, 6 ounces. That's how much is in an 8 ounce filet mignon.
Wow. Amazing.
So you stab it with a thermometer, a couple of droplets get away, but it's not going to dry out. In fact, it
Right.
dehydrates more while it's on the grill or in the oven or in the pan from evaporation. So you
Sure.
lose far more moisture that way than you would if you stick it with a thermometer.